Have you ever watched the credits at the end of a movie and thought, what do all these people do? Hopefully I can shed some light on one of those departments, the sound editors. My name is David Feenup. I'm a sound engineer born and raised right here in Ann Arbor. I run a company called Soundopolis that specializes in a variety of audio services for motion picture. I work on movies, documentaries, commercials, web videos, that sort of stuff. Occasionally I even get to write some music, such as the audio jingles that play at the beginning of the Ann Arbor District Library's YouTube videos, like this one. Or this one. Pretty fun stuff, huh? So what does a sound editor do? First of all, there are a lot of roles within the sound department in what we call post-production. Post-production is the phase of filmmaking that happens after a film crew goes out and shoots the movie. There are dialogue editors, sound effects editors, Foley artists, re-recording mixers, just to name a few. Today we're going to simplify everything and just focus on the broad concept of sound editing and learn how sound comes together to form one unified soundtrack. The first step is dialogue editing. When the dialogue is recorded on set, every time the camera angle changes, the microphone might have to point in a different direction, and that causes them to pick up slightly different background sound. In the following clip, the raw audio is particularly rough and noisy because the scene was shot on a beach just a few feet from crashing waves. So this is the clip with just the raw audio.
Said he talked to you about it, you just, I don't know. You were too busy. Dom? Hated that feeling.
As you can see, there are jarring differences from one clip to another. The job of the dialogue editor is to smooth out these rough transitions so that the viewer of the movie isn't distracted by these harsh changes in background noise. Here is the same clip after the dialogue has been properly edited.
Said he talked to you about it, you just, I don't know. You were too busy. Dom? Hated that funeral.
Now that sounds much better, but things still sound a bit dry or empty. Why is that? Well, on a film set, the focus is to capture the dialogue. This means that a lot of other sounds, such as footsteps, maybe a car driving by, or a character interacting with a prop, have to be added later on by a sound effects editor. In fact, some props on set are intentionally made so that they don't make noise, like a paper bag that doesn't crinkle. This way, when a character is interacting with it, it doesn't interfere with their dialogue. Here, it's the same clip, but I've added just a few sound effects to punctuate the actions.
Said he talked to you about it, you just, I don't know. You were too busy. Dom? Hated that funeral.
The scene is starting to come together, but we're not quite done. Another job of a sound effects editor is to build up ambiences to fill in the scene, to help immerse the audience in the story and make them feel like they are really there in the movie world. While these sounds are often very subtle, they play a key role in making the movie world a believable place. The obvious choices in this scene were to add a crackling fire, which they're sitting around, and the sound of the ocean nearby.
Said he talked to you about it, you just, I don't know. You were too busy. Dom? Hated that funeral.
So there's the final product, with all the elements added together and mixed in to make one cohesive soundtrack. Now, if you're making your own content, consider this question. Are there sonic elements that could be helpful to the storytelling? If not, just leave it as is. Not every moment of every project needs to be filled with some sort of sound. Silence can sometimes be just as powerful as a crack of thunder. Think about what story you're trying to tell and what sounds might help. If you do add in some sounds, experiment with making them softer or louder to see where they best fit in the mix with the other elements. Thanks for watching.